Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.
Hey guys, this report's for 6/22. I want you guys been watching my last report. You know, I was in Alaska, and it was a very good trip. I go to this shelter lodge. I've been going there for quite a few years, and we had a good time. We caught a lot of black cod, and you know, those fish stories. And Denise did bring in a halibut that weighed about the same as her, over 100 pounds.
Please come. Oh, she's still taking a line. Oh, he's here! He's here!
Okay. Oh, shit! Oh! There's a big one, Denise! Back up, back up. Oh, shit! Oh, man!
Oh my gosh! Oh my God! Oh, don't pull him in! Man, can stay with us! Oh my God!
That's strong.
Oh my God! Oh
Boy, is that a halibut or what?
Is that a halibut or what?
Oh my God!
Boy, he gave you a run for your money. Oh, Lord.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
That's a monster.
That's a monster!
That's what they call barn door.
Oh my God! I'm gonna need an arm transplant and a belly transplant. I'm gonna lose this big tomorrow.
Oh, how big it is.
Oh my God! He's humongous! He's a giant monster! Oh
Watch out. Oh, look at that fish.
Oh my God!
And I hooked one, and this is no joke, in 1,700 feet of water, and brought it up about maybe 50 to 100 feet. And the electric reel we're using when you fish that deep, it was moaning and groaning all the way. Yeah, stop it.
We got 3 black pods, and now Alan has a big one. Alan?
This ain't no black cod. Burn this fucking reel up.
Wow, I'm not worried about it. Just smoke that reel.
That's nothing too so big. The reel broke. Now Alan has a hand wind it up by 1,500 feet.
Yeah.
He looks really happy about it. But look at this. There's something huge down there. Do you feel it?
And I told the captain, you know, this reel's probably gonna short out here pretty quick. But anyway, after about maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, everything went out on the boat. The electrical shorted out, the reel stopped, the fish finder quit, everything quit, and we had to hand crank this thing for quite a bit longer. And in time, the fish won because we were switching off reeling. And Tom, my buddy, was cranking it the last time, and he looked at me and said, "This reel is not turning very good no more, it's grinding." And at that time, the fish made a run and broke a 100-pound test. So, you know, we battled it for a while. It took us probably 2 hours to get back running after we figured out what the heck blew in the boat, and we started back fishing. But overall, it was a good trip. So the bass fishing at Berryessa, Don Paganelli's been going there. He told me he's drop shotting and spooning off the main points in the main body, catching really good quality fish. And Michael and Frank were out down in the Delta this last week, and they caught some big frogfish. They had 1 over 7. So they're just throwing frogs on the heavy mats. Then I had a good friend of Ken who was up at Pyramid Lake. So you want to catch some big trout, head to Pyramid. And he was catching them on anything black and silver or frog pattern. He said they're around 50, 60 feet deep, but the bite is really good there. The bite also at Eagle Lake, Roger was up there last week and he caught him doing that nymph trick. So he's using a bobber. I call it a bobber, he calls it an indicator. But he caught a lot of fish on that indicator with flies, and it's a technique that not a whole lot of guys are doing. But the trollers are trolling little spoons in copper and red color, and that's been hot too. You can catch all the fish you want on either way, but trolling is probably the easiest way. So now I want to get into the local scene. So basically, what's hot going on in the Bay Area right now is still halibut. Acosta, he's been killing them down in the Delta. He's been hammering the halibut. The bait receivers are open. You could get live bait there. As you know, I was out a couple weeks ago and we were trolling tray bait and also had a very successful trip. So, you know, live bait is not necessary. It's probably better if you want to wait in line for the bait, but it's worth going down there. Salmon season, you know, it's closed out in the ocean. I think it opens up on the 23rd. You might want to check the regulations, but I think it does. And it should be an awesome bite if the weather permits people to get out. So outside the gate and outside of Bodega, people can't wait to get out there to try their luck on salmon, which it should be really good. And they're just trolling. You could use a Dodger or the bait. Apex in watermelon color has been a hot color, it always has been. But a lot of guys will troll herring or anchovies. But you shouldn't have any trouble, you know, catching fish. And I imagine they're probably going to be in that 30 to 60 foot range. So also when you start coming inward in the bay and inside the Delta, sturgeon fishing, I see Steve is still catching them, sturgeon, and the striper bite is still pretty good.
Okay.
So I caught these stripers today. It's probably like 1 to 3 feet of water on chatterbaits.
I think because the weather temperatures don't stay hot. So like it's been in the 70s and 80s, and as long as you get a cooling and then a week of hot weather and a week of cooling weather, I think the fish are still going to hang around. All my buddies been smashing them. While I was in Alaska, all I was getting was Texas, where these guys catching a lot of stripers up north. And they're great at getting bigger. You know, the fish are in that 5 to 10 pound range with a 20 pounder occasionally, but they're still catching a lot. So the bass bite down the Delta, it's picking up. A lot of the fish are done spawning. It usually takes them a little while before they recover and start feeding like crazy. So the bass bite right now is really good. My brother had a Father's Day tournament in the Delta the other day, and he won with 19 pounds. So the bass bite down there is really good. Locally also, the shad fishing, it should be red hot. I still know they're catching them in the Sacramento River. But the American River, with this week getting in the hundreds, I'd say a good possibility of breaking wide open. Trout fishing's tapering off a little bit, but they're still planning. But I think after we start getting these warm days, they're going to stop planning. So you could probably still go out and get them. I know guys are still catching that Comanche, calling Speedy Shiner, set it out about 60 to 80 feet behind the boat and drop it down on a downrigger. And the trick to using the Speedy Shiner is keep your speed up to about 2.7 to 3 miles an hour. So locally, there's a good bite for almost anything that you actually want to go around, go try to catch. Kokanee fishing, stampede. Friends of mine going up there, killing them up there. The bite's the same. The fish went a little bit deeper, but they're trolling a little pink hoochie. Remember, watch my video, short leader length and short setback. And you should be able to have no problem catching limits. But Melones has fish in that 15 to 16 inch range, and pardees wide open, but they're only like 11 to 12 inches. And then you got Whiskey Town, you got Bullard's Bar. It's just the time to go kokanee fishing right now. So I hope you enjoy these videos. Hit the like, subscribe, because it'll help my channel out a lot. And if you have any comments, you could ask me anything on there, and then I'll get back to you within a few days. And also, if you go down description, I try to list everything, all the tackle that I'm using, and we're just now getting it all corrected. So pretty soon I'll be up running 100%. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll stay tuned for next week.
Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.